With one of many discoveries, a brilliant scientist changed everything for everyone, including you. Let me explain why you don't have to suffer from terrible diseases like your ancestors did. But before that, what if I told you this discovery was a matter of pure luck? A chance event that could have easily been overlooked to the point it almost didn't happen. Now, imagine you went back in time 100 years. Life wasn't easy as it is now. Back then, you would have faced death easily by a paper cut to your finger, not even mentioning a bullet wound. Imagine a world without antibiotics. This is the reality our ancestors faced. Let's see how one man changed that forever. Well, this is Alexander Fleming. He was born in 1881 and grew up on a farm in Scotland. He lived a rural life with his family, but unfortunately, his father died, casting a long shadow over his childhood. He was raised by his mother, who fortunately recognized Alexander's potential. So despite their limited means, she made sure he received a solid education. He was incredibly smart to a farm boy. After his education, he became a microbiologist in London. There, he conducted numerous scientific researches and breakthroughs. Upon returning from a 2-week holiday, he found one of his forgotten petri dishes on the bench in the corner of his lab. He forgot to put it in the incubator before leaving for the holiday. But he noticed something weird. What is it? He experienced a mix of curiosity and intrigue. He found something that could change the whole world. Yes, the whole world. He found mold in the petri dish, not just any type of mold. He noticed that the bacteria he left in the petri dish was destroyed around the mold. He thought to himself, that's funny. But it was just the beginning. After a long period of experimenting and researching, he was able to isolate the mold juice, and he gave the name penicillin. But nobody really appreciated his discovery. Even himself doubted it at one point. In the public's eye, penicillin in its form wasn't considered useful. In order to change history, it took more than 10 years of research and hardship to not just make enough of the medicine, but to make it consumable and fit to humans. Thanks to other researchers who joined Alexander, namely Howard Florey, Ernst Boris Chain, and Norman Heatley. They together cracked the code, scaled up production, and turned mold into medicine. Penicillin flowed like a life-giving river, saving soldiers, mothers, and children. The Second World War raged, and penicillin became the frontline warrior. Bullets pierced flesh, but penicillin stitched it back together. Wounds healed, fevers broke, and lives were reborn. As the war ended, penicillin didn't retreat. It marched into civilian life, transforming society forever. Penicillin's availability led to a significant decrease in mortality rates from infectious diseases. Suddenly, pneumonia, scarlet fever, and gonorrhea were no longer death sentences, and it revolutionized healthcare. Hospitals buzzed with hope. Surgeons wielded scalpels, knowing infections wouldn't claim their patients. Penicillin became the cornerstone of modern medicine. Began the antibiotic era. Penicillin opened doors. Soon, tetracycline, erythromycin, and streptomycin followed. The antibiotic era reshaped medicine forever. Penicillin wasn't just a discovery, it was destiny. It bridged the gap between life and death, forever altering our course. Have any of your grandparents or great-grandparents been saved by Alexander's discovery? Perhaps were you saved by penicillin or antibiotics? Leave your answers in the comment section.